What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new battle card. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a new battle card to play around with for the Transformers TCG. And one of the coolest things about this, one of the things we need to mention right at the start, I don't care how up to date you are with the Transformers comics, I don't care how knowledgeable you are, you will not recognize this artwork from any of the comics. Because every battle card in Wave 3 has brand new commissioned artwork. That's cool, right? Now, we talked about this in previous videos, and this is incredibly relevant. First of all, it's just cool to have new artwork. Second of all, it means they're taking the game seriously. You don't commission, there's 64 cards here, battle cards in the set. You do not commission 64 cards worth of artwork for a game that you don't envision being around for quite a while yet. This is wonderful, wonderful news. Now, to answer a question a whole bunch of people have been asking so far since this news came out, we don't know if the artist names are going to be published. We do know they're not going to be on the cards. Look at the card. It's not on the card. There we go. Hopefully there will be a list published somewhere so that people can get them signed by the artist in the future, etc. I know that's something a lot of people are passionate about, and I've already seen multiple posts about it. I am all for crediting artists for their work and letting them know what a great job they've done. This card is clearly beautiful. But to answer the question, no, the artist name will not be on the card because we can see the card. The artist name is not on there. Incidentally, we have seen one other battle card so far. It's Battlefield Report. The artist name is not on that card either. Battlefield Report's going to come up in a moment. One last question people seem to be asking here. Does this mean that Soundwave is going to be in the set? Yes. That was in IGN's reveal. Soundwave will be in the set. We have been told that explicitly. He most certainly will be in the set. So this new card then, what does it do? Well, it's got a white pip. We like white pips. White pips mean that you get to, flip 2 more battle cards if you flip it while battling, attacking, or defending. Only the first one, mind you, not more than that. So white cards are generally pretty good. And remember, we did just see these tap abilities on Micromasters. Now, we've only actually seen one Micromaster so far. It is Private Red Heat, but in bot mode, it's got a tap ability, and we are led to believe that all the Micromasters will. And in order to use a tap ability, you must discard a white icon card from your hand. So white icon cards have just become a lot more important. Okay, but what does this actually do? You may play a secret action, then you may play another secret action. Ladies and gentlemen, does this sound a little bit familiar? It should. It's Brainstorm for secret actions. Now, this does raise a very important question right off the bat. Hang on a second. Are actions and secret actions the same thing? Does that mean you can use Brainstorm for a secret action? Well, if we have a look at Battlefield Report, it is listed as a secret action. As far as I am concerned, and we do not have official confirmation on this, hopefully we will soon, but as far as I'm concerned, actions are not necessarily secret actions, but secret actions are in and of themselves actions. Now, this is not confirmed. Hopefully someone will ask us in a rules roundup, maybe I should, but this is what makes sense to me. So what that essentially means is, if you play Special Ops Mission, you can play 2 secret actions. If you play Brainstorm, you can play 2 actions, 2 secret actions, or 1 action, 1 secret action, but you would not be able to play even a single regular action with Special Ops Mission. Now, that also makes sense if you look at the pips. Generally speaking, white pips are better than blue pips. Now, look, obviously that's got to be taken in context. You can't just have white pips, but white pips are the special ones. They're the ones that give you that little bit of an edge when battling. So it would make sense that Brainstorm would be a slightly stronger card, and therefore have a slightly weaker pip. The card designers have talked about the fact that they can use pips here to essentially balance out the cards. So that makes perfect sense. Yay, etc. So does this mean this is any good? And the answer is, well, yes. if we've got lots of good secret actions. You see, Brainstorm is a good card. There's no argument about Brainstorm being a good card. But Brainstorm is only a good card under two conditions. You want to play multiple actions. You have multiple actions in your hand that you want to play this turn. One of the downsides of Brainstorm is that if you don't have the actions in your hand, you can't play them. It's why I'm such a huge fan of cards from Wave 2 like Field Communicator and Leap of Faith, because both of those cards allow you to play cards off the top of your deck. You don't have to have them in hand, you can just play them directly off the top of your deck. They're way more powerful because you don't have to rely on actually having them in your hand to begin with. So, when I say this is a great card, and I feel very strongly that Special Ops Mission is a great card, this has got to be taken in the context of it is a great card, but it's only a great card if you've got secret actions in your hand you want to play. Now, as for what secret actions actually are, we've only seen one of them so far. It's Battlefield Report, and we're still early enough in Wave 3 that I will link all the cards that have been revealed in the description. I have to stop when we get to like 15, 20 cards and just select some, but for the time being, I will link them all. And of course, Battlefield Report will be linked in there as well. Battlefield Report is a secret action, which means you play it face down on your turn, and then there is an action which will reveal it on your opponent's turn. If your opponent performs that action, the card is revealed and then used. If your opponent does not do the reveal action, then the card is discarded at the end of your opponent's turn, and you have essentially discarded an action card from your hand instead of actually playing one. And like I've said, we've only got Battlefield Report at the moment. It kicks in when one of your characters defends, and look, your opponent's going to end their turn attacking. And attacking is not optional, incidentally. You've got to attack. So that's going to happen. And then when it's revealed, you draw two cards and put a card from your hand on top of your deck. As far as I am concerned, this is really, really good. Would you want to do it twice? Probably not. This particular one, you wouldn't really want to do twice. Because you draw two cards, put a card from your hand on top of your deck. You then draw another two cards, but one of the ones is the one you picked up. And then you probably put the same one back down again. So the second Battlefield Report essentially turns into draw a card, which is, shall we say, underwhelming. But the thing is, this is a very, very difficult card to assess at the moment. Because the reality is we don't know. We have seen a single solitary secret action. That's it. That's all we know. When we get more of these revealed, we're going to be able to give a much better assessment of how good Special Ops Mission actually is. It could end up being phenomenal, because with Brainstorm, we've got all these ridiculous cards in Wave 1, which is when it was released. We got cards like Supercharge, which give you Bold Free. We've got Rapid Conversion, which flips over one of your Transformers, or even Rollout, which flips all of your Transformers, or Hunker Down, which flips all of your bots into tank mode if you can, and then attaches an armor from the scrap pile. And I'm just scratching the surface. There's a billion different things we can do. And we had this suite of actions. The thing is, with action cards, we know we have got to get a big suite of them. Same thing with upgrades. We've got to get a lot of them, and they've got to be good, or else the game doesn't function. Secret actions, however, we don't need to have that many of them, and they don't need to be great and varied. Now, hopefully they will be, but there's not that necessity in the same way there has to be for actions and upgrades. So the deal is simple. It's Brainstorm with a white icon for secret actions. That alone makes it great. Whether it's actually going to be great or not, and you see a lot of play, depends on the secret actions. We are way too early in the Wave 3 reveal, and this is very important, we don't actually know what the secret actions are save one. Hopefully they'll be great, but we need to wait and see. We also need confirmation on that secret actions are a subset of actions, because that will also make a difference. But of course, Brainstorm, play an action, play a Special Ops Mission, play two secret actions. It's not really any different to playing double Brainstorm in previous years, well, not years, but sets, shall we say. But even so, pretty gosh darn good. So I am cautiously optimistic, shall we say. This looks cool. This looks really fun. but we just physically do not have the information we need at the moment to make a definitive assessment as to how good this is. But I would like to know your thoughts on it anyway in the comment section. Go nuts, but please do remember the rule. Be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we talk about a whole bunch of games, including but not limited to the Transformers TCG. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.